All right, so there's one going, two going. Let's see. This other one looks good. So it's running. How's it going? I'm gonna do a little unboxing here. Picked this thing up at Walmart. Pretty cheap. But I'm setting up one more thing. Save. All right, that looks good. Whoops, did I tag the product? No, I didn't. Well, we're getting there. Let's see. Of course, searching on it is not cooperating. Are you kidding me? Sorry, a little bit of a delay trying to get this other thing working. Having a search issue. But I'll put on some music for the moment. I can find what screen that's on. There we go. Close. All right. Let's see. What is that? Maybe if I searched on the Amazon number exactly, I'll get the right thing. Yeah, Amazon's systems and stuff are so janky. 0 DL BRH K63. Please work. Please work. Yes, thank you. Awesome. Cool. All right, this should be good to go. Let's load this puppy up. Cool. Going to normal mode so I don't forget what I'm doing. There we go. Oh, I need to pop out chat. There. All right. So that should be running. Cool. I'll be doing an unboxing of this Monster HDMI capture device. See how it goes. First off, I can do a little bit of research on this thing. We'll look at the information about it. And then I'll unbox it. See how it goes. Got my 2 different setups here. So this is what it is. It's called Monster branded 4K HDMI gaming, but it's actually 1080p 60 frames a second USB 3 capture device. Let's see a little bit of the information up here, or I mean the pictures of it, and then they got an example of what you could potentially do with it. Yeah, I don't personally have a 4K screen to do testing much of the pass-through, but I can pass through to a different screen. It's actually 720p. So I'll at least be able to make sure it works. So there's the information on it on the bottom. I don't think there's anything too exciting on here. So this is an example of what it potentially does. This one is unique in the sense that it's got a little bit more functionality than a basic one. So this is a very cheap, generic HDMI capture device. It's just got the HDMI port input, and then it has a USB output. So with something like this, you could potentially pass the audio through HDMI, but you'll still not have all of the features of something like this. So we can see it's got a microphone input, it's got a headphone output, and then it's got a, oddly enough, it looks like it has a USB-A port on the device, which is very odd to me. It should be like a USB-C or a micro or something, but I guess we'll find out when I open it. And then it has the pass-through capabilities on the side, so TV monitor and then a game console or something. I don't have any game consoles that do HDMI, so I'm gonna just pass some cameras through it and see what happens. The cameras I do have available can do 4K, so we'll at least see if it is able to do that. But generally, it should be pushing 1080p up to 60 frames a second into the computer. So I could unbox it here, I could unbox it in my other area. Let's try it over there. This thing on. All right. There it is. Just might need to adjust things a little bit here. Sure that's focused. All right. So I've got a few things that I can test with. Here's the screen for pass-through. I have a Sony A7S and a Nikon Z5, both capable of doing 4K output through HDMI. Pop this open. Go. Sorry, my chair is squeaky. Sure I'm focused properly. Yep. Let's pop it open. So we got a info card. This is the model MAD1 2024 BLK. That's a picture of it. Safety precautions, I guess. Installation features. Let's see. Yeah, like I said, up to 60 frames a second. Now 1080p to the computer built-in headphone, microphone, no drivers, USB 3. There's the actual device. Whoops, actually I need to pull over my chat windows just in case anyone has anything they want to say. I am trying to pay attention to those. All right. Let's see. That should be good. All right. Let me just check one more thing. Make sure my audio is working. Is audio working? Yes. I'm on the right screen. I have that top-down view as well. I can always disable that if anyone finds it irritating. So here is the capture device itself. It's a metal case. So we've got our output, input, HDMI. Yeah, it does have a, this is so odd to me. USB-A port, headphone and microphone. I'll have to see if I have some sort of microphone that might work with this thing. How's it going? I'm just taking a look at this capture device I picked up recently. I'm gonna try it out. Yeah, this is really, really odd that it's a USB-A port, but it does come with a cable. So, yeah, a USB-A to USB-A cable. I don't think I've ever seen this. Is this normal? So strange. Cool. Sorry, my screen's kind of small. Saying cool something. Okay. Yeah, this is so odd. Well, I do have an extension that I can use. That's not super long. I was even considering getting a second one of these, but with this odd USB situation, I don't know. So there's that. I do have, see where I put it. No, here it is. This is a USB 3 extension cable. So I could try this. We'll see if it works like that. And then you're obviously going to, you're saying A7, now this is the original A7S. It does 4K HDMI. And this is Nikon Z5. Also does 4K output, but it's got a crop. Yeah. Cheaper cameras. So there really isn't too much I need to show here, but besides trying it out. So obviously this is going to go in here, and then I'm going to have to get another HDMI cable. See, this might be long enough. No, it's not long enough. I'm going to put this into my computer. And there it's connected. Should be running. I see some type of light in there. Yeah, there's some type of light shining in there. Okay. Get these batteries out of here. So, I think I will start with the Z5. And then I need to adapt this thing. So the Z5 has a, oh, you're saying 100-meter cable? Yeah. I'm used to American units, so I'm not sure how long 100 meters is, but that sounds long. All right. So we got this little setup here for the Z5 to kind of stress relief the cable a little bit. Just put that under there. How's it going? Oh, as you say, it's 1/10 a kilometer. Okay, good to know. And then nice rig. I need to move this screen closer. All right. Whoops. I don't know if it kind of works. Oh, you're saying it's 1/16 of a mile. All right. Cool. So we've got this thing going. Looks a little sus. I need to put more stress on the connector than I'm helping. Make sure that, oh, it's kind of rotated. Whoops. Come on. What is going on? There we go. Okay, that's good enough. And then this thing is obviously going to go into here, input, and then I need another USB cable for the screen, or I mean HDMI cable. Sorry, you're gonna hear random noises as I look around. This one might be long enough. That one's got a DVI to HDMI. That one's not good. This one might work. Try this old Radio Shack cable. So what am I doing? This is, I'm trying out this Monster capture card. Oh, you're saying join the metric side. I wouldn't mind it. I'm just so used to the stuff that we were taught in grade school and stuff. But I generally agree that the American school system and stuff screwed us over. All right, let's turn that on. So here's another HDMI cable. Zoom out a little bit. Make sure it's focused properly. That camera's in manual focus. Oh, see ya. All right. Find the HDMI port. So this has a pass-through feature in it. Let's see if it works. It's connected. I'll turn on the camera. Actually, maybe I'll switch the lens to something a little wider. So this is the 28 2.8. Oh, you're saying monstrous speed. Yeah, I don't know if this is the actual Monster cable brand. It looks like their logo. Actually, I don't think I looked at the website, but we can look at that afterwards. There is a website article or website for this thing. All right. So that should be working. Let's make sure it's not stressing. Oh, there we go. It's very goofy looking. I don't know what's with this aspect ratio. You go into probably blocking some of this on the preview here. Let's see. Put that over there. Actually, I just go like that. And I can also add the source here. Sorry, I can't see the chat screens at the moment. But I'm adding a video capture device. And then I'll be looking for this USB 3 video. Nice. Oh, that was quick. Very cool. So here is the capture that we're getting from the Monster capture device. Let me adjust my video view a little bit. Let's take this right about there, maybe. So I'm maximizing what's on screen for you all. And we've got the top-down view, we've got the screen, we've got the camera. All right. So that looks good. Normally, you probably want to be using this with some sort of game capture. So PS5 or whatever is current. Already, so far it's working nicely. It just functions without any difficulty. I can see what's on the camera here. I can try 4K. So it's currently at 1080p, but I'll switch it to 4K and see if it works. Actually, let me switch to the video view. I don't know why. I think it's just this screen that's the problem. So you're saying it would, sorry, kind of a little screen here. You're saying it'd be cool if camera brands allowed screen recording on their cameras. Yeah, internally, that would be cool. That's a good idea, because generally what I would do is I have a Atmos Ninja 5 recorder and I would capture that. Let me see if turning this on and off will fix the aspect ratio. Nope. Why is it doing that? Huh, very, very odd. But it does work. So I don't have any other screens to test the pass-through with. It could be my cable as well. It's always a possibility. But it seems quick. And let me see if the camera's actually... Okay, the camera's not set to 4K. Let's go high. So here is 4K, 30 frames a second. could change my shutter speed. Lower that. Auto ISO, yeah. Looks pretty good. Let's see. So you're saying, okay, like a phone. Yeah, I agree. So alternatives to something like this one is a very, very basic HDMI capture device. Clearly, this Monster one already has more functions and capabilities because I've got that pass-through going on. I'm just so confused by why it has a USB-A port and it comes with a special cable. I do have an extension, but that is just so odd to me, because where would you even find a replacement for this thing? Probably online somewhere. It's so odd. Okay, besides that, we've got a headphone port and a microphone port. I can make an attempt to test those, but before I do that, I will connect the Sony and just see if this thing works. This also does 4K. Put this camera over here. And I've got an adapter. In the case of the Sony, it is micro HDMI. Make sure I'm focused properly. Yeah. So you need to adapt standard HDMI to micro, and then connect this thing. There we go. Turn this on and go into the settings. Oh, I've got a view already. So you're saying odd. Which part is odd? Oh, the USB thing? Yeah, that is very strange to me. All right, so that appears to be working. I'm going to assume that this is 1080p though. Let's see. I'm going to make an attempt to swap this to 4K. If I can remember where the setting is. Movie button. Where do they put Sony menus? Oh, here it is. It's in the briefcase, HDMI settings. No, that's not what I want. So the 4K output is disabled. That's interesting. See if it's actually displaying anything. It is. But for some reason, oh sorry, I need to turn that off. Forgot that I had the music playing. For some reason, it's not letting me set it to 4K. I could try disconnecting it. Reconnecting it. It's probably not going to change anything. Yeah, it's still grayed out. What am I missing here? Maybe HDMI settings, auto. Oh, maybe it's this one? HDMI photo display? No. Yeah, it's still grayed out. So it's possible that the Sony isn't seeing that capture device as a 4K. Yeah, that makes it beautiful cameras, right? Let's see. I'm gonna look around a little bit more here, but I don't think it's going to let me. I could turn this on and I could see the menus. That's funny. Yeah, this old screen is very particular. Yeah, so you can see the 4K output function currently disabled. I don't think I'm missing anything here that would time control. Whoops. It works. Let me see what the actual view looks like for you all. Okay, that looks normal. Yeah, it's the screen that I have that is a little odd with the aspect ratio of it. But yikes. Maybe the gamma output of the monitor. I don't know. It's just messing with the aspect ratio. Who knows? It's an old, like, very odd screen. But it doesn't look like I can do 4K with this. So this device is apparently not making itself look like a thing. I can try disconnecting it and seeing if that makes any difference. Whoops, let's go into the menu. Change this to off. It's in auto. Yeah, it's not going to work. All right, so that's one downside, is apparently this will not, in some situations, not act like a 4K device. So, but it did work with the Z5 for some reason. 4K, pros and cons. Should I buy it? I don't know. It seems okay so far. But I'm sure there's a lot of other options out there. Let's put the Z5 back on. Let's see. All right. Trying to think of how I could test the microphone and stuff. I'll look around a little bit and see if I have anything that'll work. Let's see. Oops. I mean, part of the issue could be that my HDMI cables are not cooperating either with 4K. Whoops. There we go. So you're saying, do you post photos on Instagram? Yeah. It's Photography Bonsai. Banzai. I don't post photos much these days. I do cosplay photography, convention photography, stuff like that. Do tech. So this is my technology channel. Yeah. Let's put it there. See if it picks up. It's pretty quick to see things connected to it. That's good. Actually, let me see if the other view is working. Yeah. Oh, it's in the menu. Oh, it stopped working, I think. Let me try to reset that. So this is more of an OBS thing. There we go. Yeah, that's more of an OBS thing than a capture device thing. All right. That looks good. I can make an attempt at some type of microphone setup with this, but I'm gonna take a guess and say that this thing probably needs a powered microphone, which I do have one connected to my video rig that you're all watching, but it would be kind of difficult to, well, maybe it'll work. I just won't be able to show it on the side. Actually, yeah, this will work. Kind of. Oh, it's connected. Do I have an extension? He's saying, oh, you like cosplay? Nice. Yeah. Cosplay was kind of the thing that I got started on with taking photos. So I'm trying to get this thing potentially working with it, but it's connected to the video setup. I can just route. I won't be able to show it, but I can route a cable, like an extension cable. And then we can see if the audio pass-through actually works. All right. Let's see if I have an extension. Nice. Here's a audio extension cable. So you're saying recently made Thor's hammer with 3D printing. Wow. Awesome. That's cool. Do you go to conventions and such? The last one I went to was called Anime Magic. It's in Chicago, Illinois area. But C2E2 is a big one in this area. Oh, no conventions. Oh man. There's super interesting, especially if you do cosplay. You can show off your cosplay. So it might be worth seeing if there are any in your area. I generally do day trips, so I don't spend a huge amount on the day trip, but saying, oh, you watch online, okay. So this is going to the powered microphone. We'll see if it actually does anything. Test, test. Wait, did that? Test, test, test. All right. So that is running. I think it's on. I have to check OBS. Problem is I don't know. So I can go into the properties and go into here. So this is partially OBS, and this is the USB 3 capture device. I'm routing my wireless microphone right now, but we could see if this thing has audio. And I just connected that one microphone to it. Select that. Capture audio only. All right. So that's the view. Look around OBS and see if there's a source. I don't think it automatically added anything. I don't want to show this on stream. Potentially, I'm not sure what all of the places I'm streaming to, what their rules are. So, see, add audio input capture. Say Monster HDMI. So I'm just adding a capture source. And then I look in the list here. So this is a list of audio sources. There's a digital audio interface. Realtek Shure. So if it is one of these, I would say it's probably this thing. But it doesn't specifically, oh wait, no, it's this one. USB 3 digital audio. It's probably that one. So I'll pick it and see what happens. Let's see. Oh, let me disable that. So it looks like it's working, and I could see the levels changing on it, but it looks pretty bad. I don't know if I want to bother showing it. Do a little screen capture. So let's go File, New from Clipboard. So you can see here, this is just a screen capture of the thing, and it is working. So I'm getting some sort of audio from it. So that's cool, I guess. What I could also do is just take some headphones and see if the other thing works on it. Let's go back to here. All right. Take a look at the chat stuff. Okay, you watch online. All right. Oops, my phone went off. Make sure there's no one on Amazon that wants to say anything. No. I'll send a message. Did that work? I don't know. Anyways, okay, so this appears to potentially work with the audio input, but I'm not totally sure. It's kind of difficult to tell because it could be pulling audio from the camera itself. What I could do is disable or disconnect the camera and see if it only inputs audio. But I do have some headphones here, or earphones, whatever these are called, and I can connect it to this device, see what happens. Test, 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 test. Oh yeah. It's actually, oh, that's loud. That's really loud. At the moment, oh man, oh, it's really in there. It's picking up audio from the camera. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. but this headphone port is pulling from the camera. So if you were to do a game console or something, it makes sense that you would want to be able to hear audio from the game console. So you'll be able to do that with this thing in the headphone port. Obviously, there's no way to control levels of that port. So you would need a set of headphones that have adjustable levels. And when I did connect it, it sounded like mono audio from one speaker. Disconnect this. Make sure. Test. Yeah, so it's coming from one of these. I don't know if it's from my camera. Maybe a gaming console would do stereo, but I can only hear it from one of those at the moment. So it kind of works, but maybe it's just my testing, who knows. Sorry, I don't have a game console to try this out with, which is kind of the intended use case, but I do video stuff, so can't like photo video. But it's kind of cool. Seems to work decently well. It quickly updates and quickly sees video sources. That's good on these cameras. So honestly, for the price, I don't know if I should mention prices on Amazon and stuff, because they complain about that a lot. But it was reasonably priced when I bought this thing, and I'm feeling like it's kind of worth it, but it is quirky. So probably going to in-stream pretty soon here, but basically the weirdness to it is this USB port. This is a A-type USB from the device, so that means it's got a special cable, USB-A to USB-A. I don't know if I've ever seen this. Just so odd. Oh, you're saying, do you think Nikon will ever release the Z7 III or Z7 II? Z7 III, yeah. I think it's unlikely. So basically the Z8 took over the Z7 series, in my opinion. So it feels unlikely they'll release a Z7 replacement. Who knows? Maybe. It'd be nice for the people that are looking for something a little bit cheaper than the Z8. So with this capture device, odd USB port, it's fine, but strange. I mean, you can get an extension and deal with it, but then you really need to be careful with this cable that comes with it, because if you lose it or break it or damage it, it's going to be tricky finding a replacement, probably. I've never seen a USB-A to USB-A. Besides that, the pass-through seems great. Seems to work fine. I'm moving the camera around and it doesn't look laggy, so that's good on the screen here. And let me see, is this in 4K? Yeah, so this camera's in 4K mode. I can swap it to 1080p 60, and that's probably going to be even faster. Yeah, that looks good. So hopefully, I mean, obviously with gaming and stuff, you'll be even more particular about lag. So I don't have a way to test that, but I think probably it'll be fine. So that's cool. Now with the microphone port, I wasn't really able to effectively test that. It's kind of tricky to make that work, and not sure why. Yeah, I guess if you had an external microphone and you're trying to do streaming with this thing into a computer, I don't know why you would want to input it into here instead of just connecting it to your computer. But I guess that's an option if you want to try it out. And having the headphone port on here is nice for the pass-through, and it's probably going to be quick, so you won't have delay with your audio for a game situation. So that's nice. Sorry. That's nice. Yeah. Not too bad. Just a little quirky. All right. Anyways, that was this Monster capture card. But turn this thing off. Actually, let me move that thing from the screen before I in stream here. There we go. All right. Yeah, pretty cool. I mean, obviously, if you can afford something, or you're saying, yeah, thanks. Kind of cool, but a little quirky is my opinion on this thing. I'm going to use it for videography, photography, well, like streaming and stuff with cameras, not necessarily game consoles and such. But any type of capture of a camera, it seems okay. I tried to, but just another recap. The Sony a7S worked, but I was unable to get it to capture 4K from this thing. It just wasn't an option in the menu. And I have outputted 4K from this to the Atmos Ninja 5 recorder. So it does work, but not with this for some reason. So that's one consideration. However, the Z5, this was able to output 4K into the capture device, but obviously this thing is going to push 1080p 60 maximum into the computer, so you won't really get 4K. And I mean, you would get 4K into some type of screen as the pass-through, but it's not going to capture at 4K. Yeah, I think that's it. Pretty cool. It's impressive that devices like this are pretty affordable now, but I'm sure you could potentially find some options that are even better than this thing for around the same price. But so far, I think this is going to be useful enough to me personally that it was worth picking up. And obviously, one thing you need to consider is the port that you attach this thing to on your computer. It's going to have to be USB 3 spec. So any port that has the blue connector type should be fine, or the red connector type probably. Don't try to connect this thing, or you might have issues with lag and stuff if you try to connect this thing to a black port on the computer, because those are USB 2, and that's just not going to work out well for you. So just make sure if you get something like this that has USB 3 spec, attach it to or connected to a port that has that capability to it. It's basically more data and, you know, passing through more data. So that's about it. I think I'm good. I'm going to sign out of the Amazon stream. All right. But I think I will show a little bit more on the tech stream, in the Twitch stream. That looks good. Because in here, I don't care if I show OBS settings and stuff. So what I'm curious about is what capabilities this thing has for settings in OBS. Minimize that. Need to stop this. Sorry, a lot of things going on. Oops. turn this off. I'm going to turn this camera back on. Connect this. And then go into oh, I guess 1080p 60 is fine. Alright. That should be good. Alright. See how long my camera lasts like that. Alright. Switch to, oh, I need the chat screens. I have this little screen with the two chat windows on it. I'll see ya. Yeah, I'm still gonna stream a bit if you're still here. To full screen. Oh, we'll do this mode. So I still have it on. Let me remove this audio device. All right. Oh, I need to add video capture. Monster. So yeah, it seems quick with its function. I'm just gonna make sure that it's working here. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So the view is working. Actually, I could also switch to my other audio. So this is a little quieter probably, but I don't want to use the wireless too much. All right. Whoops. Time is it? So that's working. Let's go into the properties of this thing. So there's that. Configure video. We do have some settings here. Not a lot. Just brightness, contrast, hue, saturation. All right. So we've got resolution settings. You do custom. Some of this stuff is grayed out, but that I could probably change that with the device default. So Rec 709, that's generally what I use, but it does have other ones. Color range, we do full color range. That's good. Buffering, auto detect, have hardware capture enabled. Capture audio only. So that seems good. It's working. I don't know if I could think of a way to test that more easily. So I could move it around from over here. It looks good though. Go back into properties. So I could try custom. It's 1920 by 1080. And I could set it to highest frames per second, I guess. So as YUY2 and MJPEG, I don't know if this is specifically like a thing for OBS or specific to the device. Seems to be okay. Switch to 59.94. And these are some of the higher spec options. It did change. All right. So I can try moving it around and seeing. So, whoops. Bunch of interesting stuff here. So cool. All right. All right. So seems responsive, and that was in Rec 709, which is more demanding. And that was 59.94. Well, let me shrink this down so I can see the settings. So I could change this back to device default, and I could do like Rec 2100 HLG full color space. All right. This is a little bit slower. This one seems to be a little bit slower, but I did swap the frames per second, so that could be it. All right. PBS Spacetime. Check it out. It's a YouTube channel. Let's go back to the properties. Oops, that's probably good. Let me try this one more time. So it's 59.94. I could swap it to 60. All right. Yeah, there is a bit of a delay. Whoops, I think I just changed something. Yeah. It's kind of loose. All right. Let me try Rec 709. See if that makes a difference. All right. Increase the size of this thing. Still a little slow. I don't know. It felt like it was going faster before. Whoops. Just clanking this thing on the. Yeah, it's got a bit of a delay. Shrink that down. Is this camera in the right setting? Yeah, 1080p 60. Get the right shutter speed. Properties. I could try default. All right, 60 frames a second. Let's see how responsive this is. So this is limited color space. Oh yeah, that's much faster. So obviously if you want the quickest response, you're going to have to use limited color space. But I wouldn't say that the full color space is horrible with the response to it. I mean, this one's got some delay as well. But that's kind of a HDMI thing sometimes. It could also be, probably shouldn't show that. It should, let me set this to default as well. Oops. Yeah. I mean, realistically, you're not going to do super quick pans. So moving it slower, it feels decent. But that's the limited color space. I'm going to try the what I would normally do is just Rec 709. And then I might use full. So depending on the, yeah, see how my voice sounds. So there's definitely a delay there. I can see I'm talking, but it's laggy. I switch back to the default settings. I'm doing this mostly because I'm just trying to learn about it. I know it's odd what I'm doing, but this is a way to, at the very least, kind of start to understand your equipment and see what it's capable of. So that is default, but Rec 709 color space. This is probably what I would use most of the time. Let's see what the lag is on the, yeah, there's still quite a bit of lag, but that could be the camera as well. So partly the Z5 being laggy rather than the capture device. Oh, I could attach a Sony camera, which would be better. Oh, yeah, I can try that. Turn this off for a second. So this is a Sony ZV-E10. Oh, I need the adapter. Right. So this should have the best performance of the group. All right. I have to use micro HDMI adapter. Oh, I need a battery in here. Let's try this orange one. There we go. Whoops. Turn this thing on. Let's see. Turn on steady shot active. See if I can find 4K. Wide area. And just do program mode. All right. Oh, I didn't realize that was such a large view. My pants, shorts, technically. I'll put it in autofocus. Active. Yeah. I don't generally look through this camera's menu very much, so not really sure where. Oh, here's HDMI settings. Oh, it's set to 4K. But the question is it actually? No, this also has 4K disabled. So it's probably 1080p. All right. Let's see. I don't know why it's so dark. No, I think, okay, it's the ISO is not set to auto. One more setting. There we go. So this is the Sony ZV-E10. Whoops. See what it looks like with lag and stuff. Test 1, 2, 3. There is less noticeable lag compared to the Z5, it looks like. So that's good, but I can still see a little bit. But maybe there are setting changes we can do again just to see how well it does. Okay, it's set to limited color space. Let's just do default everything just in case. All right. I think what I might also do is just reset it. So I disconnect it. Plug it back in. Then I have to go into OBS, reactivate. Okay, it's working. So this is all default. All right. Let's see what it looks like. Let's see. Is this any better with lag. And it's still a little bit laggy. So compared to my current setup, which is a Sony a6000 at 1080p, this capture device compared to, I'm using an AV Matrix. That's the brand name, AV Matrix capture device. And it seems quicker than this Monster one. Because clearly my mouth is not moving in sync as much as the other one. But also this might be in 4K. Oh, it says 4K 30. So the Sony ZV-E10 does push 4K into this Monster capture device. That's good to know. So for whatever reason, the Sony A7S original was not able to do 4K. But this one appears to be doing it. Unless it's just that setting. Oh no, it's got 4K. All right. So I had to disconnect and reconnect to this Monster thing. So that's cool. It does 4K with the ZV-E10. It's a newer camera. No surprise. But it's obviously 30 frames a second. So I'm going to switch to 1080p and see if it's as laggy. Why is it not giving me the option? Menu. Let's see. Shrink that down. Yeah, all the settings are grayed out for some reason. All right, so I think I need to go into the main menu and change that. Output. Or not. Well, still working. All right, so now I can set it to 1080p, 60 frames a second. I could also do the menu system. Yeah, that looks pretty quick. As I press the buttons on here. Not bad. Yeah, there's not much delay in that case. Go to menu. So to get back to 1080p, I had to select memory card plus HDMI. But if you do HDMI only 30p or 24, you can get into 4K mode. So I go into here. Oh, it says when outputting 4K movies, you cannot record media. Okay. So it's not going to let me show the screen in 4K. Yeah, this would be nice for examples if you want to show on-screen camera stuff. It's a little bit laggy, it feels like, but that's okay. Whoops. I go back into the menu. Change this. Okay, that's at 1080p, and then swap this to off. So this, in this situation, this is what you do for a webcam, most likely. There's really no point to push 4K into it in this case, because the Monster thing only outputs 1080p to the the thing. So, all right, let's see if it is laggy. It's still kind of laggy with my mouth movements compared to the other setup that I have, which is a A6000. And then that goes, like I said, to the AV Matrix capture device. So that's, I guess that's a little quicker than this thing. But yeah, for $25, under $25, pretty nice, honestly. All right. So I think I'm good on all of that. Turn this thing off. Pretty cool. All right. Get rid of this thing. So one of my ideas here is to connect another capture device to this other computer that I have in the background down here. And then I'm going to do, on the text channel, I'm going to do a thing about USB. But I need to use my main computer that I do use day to day for the example, because it has a bunch of internal headers for USB. And I've been picking up, like, accumulating USB stuff. So that'll break out the headers to, like, backports. And then I also have a USB PCIe card that I can add into there for all the USB. So that's an idea that I have for the tech channel. I also have 2 other videos I need to edit for that channel, but I mean it's tough justifying the time because the tech channel is not in the YouTube partner program at the moment. It's getting kind of close to the tier. There's 2 different tiers of partner program, and it's getting kind of close to the first tier, but the first tier doesn't really have the stuff that I care about in it. But the second tier has the ads, which I can make some money at, which would be nice. And it has affiliate. Well, actually, I don't know if it has the affiliate marketing stuff, but it has a few other things that make more sense to try to strive for. So before I end stream here, maybe I will. Well, it's getting kind of late. Anyways, this is the device I was talking about. Like I said, I picked this up today at Walmart, and it was maybe under $24 after tax. So not bad for what it does. Definitely nicer than those cheap, super, super cheap ones that don't have some of the capabilities. But being able to push, or in OBS, being able to set Rec 709 color space, the HLG one, and it seemed decent enough to be usable. It was still a little bit laggy, and this thing is clearly a little bit laggier than my AV Matrix capture device. But still, for the price, that AV Matrix one was pretty expensive. But the company sent it to me, so I didn't pay for it. Anyways, I could do just a quick. I know I'm going off topic here, but just looking at tech news a little bit before I end stream. All right. I haven't looked in this in a while. Video cards with the Z is one of the best sources of information that I know of, anyways. So it looks like DDR6, 10.7 gigabits per second bandwidth in 2026. Is that standard memory? What is this? Because I thought graphics cards used faster stuff already. Maybe not. DDR5X. LPDDR6. 21% energy efficiency. Oh, that's good. Like probably a lot of people, I'm frustrated with the GPU situation and how much RAM they put on GPUs, especially with all the AI technology and stuff that's happening where you really need a lot of VRAM to make it viable. These GPU companies are very, very stingy about VRAM on their boards, and it's irritating. But then they charge massive amounts of money to get anything decent sized. So it looks like NVIDIA GeForce 50 Super 5060 Ti 16 gigabyte. Oh, in short supply, so maybe there's a refresh coming. "27-inch ROG OLED, 720 hertz." Like, is this a thing that humans can differentiate? Is it possible? 99.5% of the DCI P3 color space. That's good. Oh, wow, it's got. That's cool. I like the see-through back. Although it looks like it's just plastic, more plastic. Huh. There's the regular one. I saw there was a Miku ROG stuff. It's cute. 540 hertz. Oh, you have to do 720p. 720 hertz. Oh. So it's kind of a marketing thing for that. But I mean, 520 hertz is still extremely, like, overkill, right? Unless you're superhuman. I'm not sure what humans are able to see. 580 skateboard. Okay. Yeah, these semi-portable gaming console things. I don't know how I feel about them. I can see some use cases, but they all seem, at least for me personally, they all seem kind of too big for me to would want to lug it around places. But I mean, if you're going and like laying on your bed or something and you just want to game, sure, that kind of makes sense. But if you're going to go somewhere, do you want to bring a big chunk of a electronic? $5090 something. Gigabyte X870 with a screen on it. That's kind of cool. I mean, who's looking at their computer though? I understand the aesthetic of all that stuff, but my computer's a black box with no RGB. Let's see. Arc B60, 24 gigabyte. So this is kind of the thing I'm talking about. Even the Intel Arc, which is not a lot of people want, the price on this is nuts. So it only has 24 gigabyte, which in reality, that's still nothing even close to running the models that you would want to run. They're trying to charge that much for it. It doesn't make sense. It's kind of nuts. 24 gigabyte, just not enough. Definitely not for that price. So the MSI Claw. Oh, it's got AMD in it. I thought they had Intel ones. MSI introduces the Portal X ARGB control center. Huh. All right, that's about it for video cards. Let's try slash dot vibe coding named word of the year. I do programming, and I have been using AI to do a lot of it. So, for example, I do a lot of video stuff, and I have a set of scripts that I've made, and technically the AI has made a lot of it at this point as well. Let's see. What's this one? So this is what it looks like. Oops, that's not what I want. I don't care if the code is shown. I've shown it on stream. I have a programming YouTube channel as well. But these days I just kind of stream stuff to there rather than try to make videos. So this is what the interface looks like. A bunch of little features here, a way to paste in time codes and then clip up the video based on those lists of time codes. Another thing where, oh, it's start and stop endpoint time codes, so it's good for clipping stuff. And then I use the AI to help me make highlight videos from my full length videos. So that's where I get the time codes from. And then this thing just clips up the video for me. And then down here, this is a thing where I can get a list of time codes, singular time codes, and then pulls frames from the video and turns them into JPEG images. So when I try to make website articles, again with the AI stuff, based on my own video work, that's what I use to extract the photos or the frames from the video it suggests to have in the video or have in the article. Sorry, I'm rambling. Silence removal tool. I didn't write this technically. I mean, I got it from another guy that does Magic's Vegas Pro scripting. So that was helpful. He has a bunch of YouTube videos on it. Plays photos. I do a lot of GoPro footage plus photography videos on my larger YouTube channel. So what I want to do with those videos is that I have that combination of GoPro footage plus photos, and I want to align them so that when I'm taking a photo in the GoPro footage, I want the correct photo to be placed on the timeline right next to it, or above it technically. And this thing helps me do that. So it like places all of the pictures on the timeline. It's not perfect, but it definitely helps. And then this thing is adding EXIF information, which is embedded into photos to text overlay. So I can select a bunch of pictures and then generate those overlays. That's been super, super great time savings. And then just a few other things. If I put markers on the timeline of my video, I can convert those into YouTube timecode things where it splits up the video on YouTube for the viewers. So if they want to go to a certain section, as long as I make them in the editor, then I can export them basically to YouTube. And then you put it in the description, it clips up the video based on section and title. I would like to spend more time on all that stuff, but, it's kind of juggling what is worth spending time on and stuff. So that's my vibe coding. Although in my case, it's more, I have programming abilities, so it's more like vibe-esque. Nintendo has too many apps. Can't leave unless you buy something? What is this? Anti-theft measures. What? That's odd. Texas sues Roblox for failing to protect children. I'd say that's probably true. That dress to impress thing looks fun. I don't really know much about all that stuff, but I've seen people play the dress to impress. It's funny. But yeah, I would say it's likely that the government does need to monitor stuff like this. Gemini starts rolling out Android Auto. Let's see. Anonymous reader, something, Denmark. Just to ban access to social media for kids under 15. Yeah, I think it'd probably be a good thing. Honestly. Because it probably has changed the development of kids that have always had access to that stuff. Probably for the worse. Nintendo won't shy away from continuing to try anything. Like trying to sue people. Try any way to sue people. Nintendo is always willing to try just about anything, like suing people. Cardboard cutout toys. Yeah, those were kind of cool. Those cardboard things. A console called the Wii with a remote shaped controller. This is the great statement. Yeah. That would like who at Nintendo didn't realize what they were doing. Maybe they did realize what they were doing with the name and the everything related to it. Legendary game designer Shigeru Miya offered more insight on how the company operates. No limits to our efforts. Okay, sure. Super Mario Brothers movie. I would like to go to the Nintendo theme park things someday. I think those would be fun. I haven't seen the Mario 3D movie thing. I have seen the original live action one. All right. Let's see. Amazon takes low cost e commerce service, something. Whatever. Oh, there's some spec sheets on this capture device I looked at. Interesting. Oh, yeah, I forgot to show this, but this is the official page. There's not much information here on it. All right. I think I'm good. Hopefully, anyone that watched the stream enjoyed it or watches it after the fact finds it useful or interesting. It's kind of the goal. Like I said, I bought this thing for my own use case, wherever it is. Here somewhere. For my own uses. So far, it seems all right. I just am so confused by their choice of USB. Like, why on earth did they put a USB-A port on the device? Because now it's some weird custom, whatever the heck this is. Such an odd choice. Anyways, I'm going to head out from there. I forgot I was pushing data to that the whole time. All right. That didn't turn off. Come on, turn off. Nope, nope, it's not cooperating. Anyways, where is my in-stream thing? End.